Hi, I'm Peter Lopez, the beer blogger for the Press Democrat. Today I find myself at 101 North, hanging out with a couple of the owners here. If you guys don't mind introducing yourselves for the audience.
John.
And Joel Johnson.
Could you guys, I know there's a couple other guys that weren't able to make it here today that are key partners and longtime friends of yours. Could you guys maybe throw their names out and show them a little love?
Sure. They are Jake Johnson and Joe Johnson, who are Joel's brothers.
Okay.
And Anthony Turner, who is the assistant brewer. And John Braden, who handles sales for San Francisco and Sacramento areas.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, I should start actually by saying congratulations to these gentlemen. They won Best of Show, Best Stout, and Best of Show for the Naughty Odd Stout. And then you guys, this is the second year in a row, I believe, you guys won Best American IPA for your Heroin win. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, hey, congratulations, guys. That's big stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
So I want to kind of touch on the fact that the guys now, the ownership, the friendship, you guys had a dream of one day starting up a brewery like you have now, and it seems to me that you guys are starting to live out a long-time dream. Can you guys tell me a little bit about the journey and how you guys got to the point that you're at now?
Sure. Yeah. You know, actually, it all goes back to one day. I think it was probably sometime in maybe 1995 or 4. John was looking through a beer magazine for I don't know whatever reason, and he saw, you know, we were thinking about possibly opening a brew pub, and he saw an ad in there for the American Brewers Guild. We were like, well, if we want to do that, maybe we should consider, you know, enrolling in. Learn, you know, about what we're doing, a little bit more about what we're doing.
Sure.
And you know, that's kind of what happened. That kicked it all off, and then started writing a business plan. And you know, for one reason or another, ended up at some point around early 2000, or no, I guess it was. Actually, I should go back. I went to brewing school, and you know, while we were still, John was finishing school.
Do you mind if I ask where you went?
To the American Brewers Guild.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And John went and finished. He was in college at the time, and went and finished that up. And then, you know, I went out and started working for Berry Public out of brewing school back in '97.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 1997, and was up there for the better part of 10 years, 8 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then, you know, for one reason or another, we just got busy doing other things for a while, getting married, things of that nature, you know, kids, yeah, stuff like that.
He loves you, by the way. That was just the perfect kids.
Yeah.
And you know, and so you know, so we took hiatus from it, I guess, for a little while, and then we revisited the idea. I guess it was about, God, it's been a while now, 7 years ago, I guess. And we started to refigure the business plan. At that point, John was in the military, doing some time with the Army, serving some time with the Army, protecting our country.
Thank you for that.
And we were busy putting the business plan together and trying to figure out how we were going to get the money together to get a space, to get some brewery equipment and get the brewery open.
And look at you guys now, winning awards.
Yeah, and then, you know.
Hey, let me ask you, actually, John, if you don't mind, what does winning the Best of Show at a competition like Battle of the Brews mean to the brewery and yourself?
It actually means a lot. You know, and winning it 2 years in a row is a big deal for us because it is a blind tasting of beer writers and beer critics and guys who know a lot about beer and know good IPAs in particular, and really know what they're talking about. And
sure.
for them to you know, choose us out of, I think, something like 96 different entries.
Well, there wasn't that many IPAs, but there were that many breweries.
He's showing his humble side. I like that.
40 breweries, but 96 beers entered.
Beers, yeah, beers. You're right.
Yeah. And so.
No, but still, I mean, you know, Best of Show out of 96 beers. I mean, that's something.
Absolutely. And for Heroin IPA to do that, you know, the first year, and we were super happy and stoked, you know, but then for it to happen again, you know, it really, I think, affirmed that it wasn't a fluke and that Heroin is actually one hell of a great IPA.
I get that. I mean, one
Thanks,
time,
man.
well, no, but one time is like lightning in a bottle, but 2 times it's like, you know what, we're doing it right.
Right.
So
Exactly.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, I mean, we could go on and on and on. I love you guys' beer. I do want to ask a couple just fun questions. Give our viewers an opportunity to get to know you guys personally a little bit better. So I'm going to throw out a couple questions, 3 questions. Whatever comes to your mind, first thing that comes to your mind, just shoot it out. All right? Are you guys cool with that? You can do that.
Hopefully.
Okay. So, what was the first car you ever had? And how old were you?
I had a BMW 320i, and I was 16.
Snob.
Well, it's true.
I had a Volkswagen Bug. Was my first car.
Nice.
And I was 16, I guess. Yeah. No, I might have been 17. I'm not sure.
It was.
I'm just jealous, by the way, because I had no BMW.
It was a used car, if that matters.
I don't remember. It wasn't like it wasn't any like nice, super nice.
Oh, okay. So
it was used.
It's not what I was picturing.
Yeah, and I just.
And he drove it until it didn't run anymore. Like a long time later.
Yeah, like the fucking chain link was falling off and everything. Like all the weather was great.
Just traded it in last week, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so sorry, guys, that was good. Second question. Hopefully, you guys are sports fans. What's your most memorable sports moment? Whether it was you playing a sport or just being a fan or a viewer. Do you have a?
That's a tough one too because there's so many.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot.
John, you want to start? I mean, if you guys need, I'll tell you guys real quick. Not that the viewers care, but I go back to 1987, watching Bo Jackson run that. It was like 90-yard touchdown against the Seahawks, and he kept running and went into the tunnel. And that's the day. That's the day I became a Raider fan.
Yeah.
So if that's any inspiration to you guys, I mean, that to this day is my most memorable sports moment, as a viewer at least.
I think my first Giants game my dad took me to, I was probably about, 7 or 8 years old. Candlestick, windy, cold as hell, night game. But we just had a great time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Being with your dad too, it just makes it that much more memorable.
Yeah.
All right, you're on the spot.
The most memorable, man. If it's from my sports career, it would be the time that I was playing third base and the guy was stealing third, and it was the catcher threw the ball to me to make the tag out, and I put my glove down to make the tag before I caught the ball, and he hit me in the eye.
What about the time
it knocked me out.
What about the time you hit 3 home runs in one game? Again, he's being modest.
There's only 2. No. And then if it's that, and then the other one would be like when the earthquake hit during the Pro Bowl.
That's something. If you live in the Bay Area, that's something you never forget. I remember my couch shaking. Guys, so what I'm holding now in my hand is the Naughty Odd. This was the Best of Show winner at the Battle of the Brews just not even a week ago. Can you guys tell me a little bit about this beer?
It's a pretty big beer. It's Imperial Stout. It's got it's real dark, very black. It's opaque pretty much. It's got a lot of chocolatey, pretty roasty, I would say.
Yeah, and delicious.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's definitely it's a mouthful. It's a big beer. You probably live on it for a while.
Yeah,
I imagine.
Yeah. It's a meal. I was a little hungry, to be honest with you.
It does. It solves that problem for a little while, for sure.
So I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you guys are busy. Is there anything that you guys want to tell the viewers that we didn't touch on?
We're just living the dream.
Yeah. And thanks to whoever's drinking our beer out there. We appreciate it big time.
Absolutely. Thanks to everybody who supports this brewery.
Yeah.
All right, Ed Hops, thanks for being the cameraman. Cheers.